Welcome to Elements of Mechanical Engineering, Module 1. Today we'll discuss some of the important topic on solar energy. So what are the different ways of converting energy from one form to another form? So that we have to discuss today. So before starting with this, we'll just recall what are the topics we covered in the last class, because again we are going to connect this topic with the last class. So that's why in last class we studied about some of the important energy sources. We studied with the help of definition of energy and what is the importance of energy. So in that we studied about two important types of energy sources, that is renewable and non-renewable energy sources. We have studied with its advantage, disadvantage, and application of different types of energy. Today we'll discuss one of the important energy, that is solar energy, and different topics we have to study with respect to solar energy. Solar power is nothing but solar energy. So that is one of the important types of renewable energy. So as you know, what is the renewable energy? So it will not deplete. So when sun exists, so this kind of energy you can utilize for your work. So that's why uh, this act as a future uh, energy sources, one of the important energy sources. So the transformation of energy that is present in the sun, so that is nothing but solar energy. So what are the advantage of this type of energy? So we have already discussed. So most of the advantage is same as renewable energy sources. So this type of energy is always clean, very clean, because it's always free from carbon monoxide or whatever the pollutants. So that's why if you use this type of energy sources, you can save uh, whatever the pollution with respect to environment, and thus you can avoid global warming, because we already studied some of the issues like global warming as well as ozone depletion. So if you avoid as much as possible non-renewable energy sources like such as petroleum, there is diesel or petrol, so that we use for petrol vehicles as well as diesel vehicle. So if you overcome that energy sources by solar energy, so you can save our earth as well as environment. So that is one of the important of utilizing this type of energy sources, because it is clean always. And second one, it is renewable, because as you know, so whatever the petroleum or uh, gaseous such as LPG and all, so that will be depleting one. So you cannot use it for over a long period of time, but this type of energy source is always uh, available abundantly, because whenever the sun exists, so you can extract energy from the solar or sun. So that is one of the important thing. And third one, this type of energy sources is always reliable one for any application. And whatever the cost as compared with the other type of energy sources such as petroleum products such as petrol or diesel fuel. So this is very cheap, because naturally available. So that also one of the important advantage of using solar energy. And it's almost free, you can trap it easily. So these are the some of the important advantage of solar energy. But since it has a having advantage, along with it has certain disadvantage also, because whatever the installation and initial cost of the materials so that are required to install any uh, kind of installations for like equipment or to extract from one form to another form, some kind of setup is needed. So installation is quite costlier, so that's why initial cost of whatever the material required for like a solar panel and all is very expensive, and it requires more space because space consumption is more if you use solar panel and all, so that also one of the disadvantage side. And production is low during the winter and whenever the cloudy atmosphere, because it is completely based on sunshine, so that's why you cannot effectively use during winter as well as rainy season. So that is some of the major disadvantage. So that's why the whatever the efficiency of this type of power source is always less compared with the what we use uh, petroleum fuel such as diesel or petrol. But the pollution is very pollution is nil in case of solar energy. If you use solar energy for various application, so you can go for eco-friendly system, so that is possible with the help of solar power or solar energy. Solar power is nothing but solar radiation. So what first we need to know about what do you mean by solar radiation. Solar radiation is nothing but energy emitted by sun. So energy, whatever the energy that is emitted by the sun, we call it as solar radiation. So solar power is nothing but power produced by utilizing the solar radiation. So if you utilize this solar radiation, so you can produce power, so that power can be used for doing certain work. So power is nothing but energy per time, so it's nothing but power. So before that we need to know about solar constant. So solar constant is nothing but the rate at which solar energy is received in unit time on a unit area at the top level of earth atmosphere, so that is called solar constant. The value of solar constant, that is 1.366 kilowatt per meter square. So it will give you per unit area whatever the power is around 1.366 kilowatt. So it's nothing but amount of solar energy received in unit time on a unit area perpendicular to the sun's direction at the mean distance of the earth from the sun. So that is called solar constant. So this is about solar power, solar radiation as well as solar constant. So you can see some of the important application in future. So that is you can see here solar panel for domestic application as well as solar car. So whatever the uh, petroleum based vehicle, so that is replaced by solar vehicles in future generation. So that is one of the key importance, because as concerned with the non-renewable energy sources as well as from the pollution side, so we have to give more importance to the solar based system. So that is nothing but vehicles or solar heater, solar panels for household application as well as for industry application, we have to replace. So that is one of the important thing. Now coming to the solar thermal energy harvesting, how to harvest solar thermal energy, because whatever the energy that is from the radiation, solar radiation, so that is called solar power. So that power we have to, that energy we have to convert into thermal energy. So whatever the heat energy, thermal is nothing but heat energy. So it refers to the process by which heat energy radiated from the sun is captured, stored, and utilized for various applications. So there are the three important application is there in your syllabus, that is liquid flat plate collector, solar pond, solar photovoltaic cell. So these three system we have to study in detail. So all this works based on uh, main principle, that is heat energy radiated from the sun is captured. So we have to capture whatever the energy that is radiated from the sun, so that is in the form of heat, and we have to store and we have to utilize for various application, and we have to convert so one form of energy to another form. So mainly heat energy we are going to convert into some other form, mainly electric energy in case of photovoltaic cell. So so that is the main uh, system, that is liquid flat plate collector, solar pond, solar photovoltaic cell. So here you are going to harvesting the solar thermal energy. So first we'll discuss about liquid flat plate collector. So that is nothing but flat plate collector. So we call it as liquid flat plate collector. So before that we need to know about what you mean by collector. So collector here, that is nothing but solar collectors. So solar collector is a device which absorb the incoming solar radiation, so that converts into whatever the solar radiation into heat. So and we have to transfer this heat to a fluid. So fluid may be either air or water or oil, anything, so flowing through the collector. When you use this, that is collector, for convert into heat, that whatever the solar energy, that energy is converted from one form to heat, so that is another form, that is nothing but heat. So that is main function of solar collector. So that's why we call it as collector. And liquid flat plate collector, because we are using here plate, so that is flat, so that's why we call it as a liquid flat plate. So this is PLATE, liquid flat plate collector. So liquid means whatever the medium, here it is liquid, in the form of liquid, so that's why we call it as liquid flat plate collector. This is the construction of flat plate collector. So you can see here it has one of the important construction, that is it has absorber plate. So absorber plate usually made up of copper or aluminum, so it should have a high uh, thermal conductivity. The conductance is should be very high. So only such material you have to use. The commonly used material is copper and copper, because its thermal conductivity is very high. So this is one of the important plate, so that's why it is called flat plate collector. So that can be used to collect the sun radiation. You can see here whatever the radiation from the sun. So over which there will be one more plate, that is a transparent plate, so that we have to use in this construction. And below absorber plate you can see there will be a series of water tubes. So we have to supply continuously water through these pipes, because the aim of this flat plate collector, with the help of sun radiation, so we have to convert whatever the solar energy into thermal energy, or we call it as heat energy. So that can be used for mainly in the household application. So now, and there will be a proper insulation we have to provide below this tube, and there should be a airtight enclosure. So this is about construction of flat plate collector. Now how it works. So working is very simple. The working is when the cold water from a overhead tank flows through the water tube, because we have to continuously supply the water from the overhead tank through this water tube of the water heater. So when sun rises, what will happen? So it will radiate energy, so that we call it as solar energy. So that will pass us through this transparent glass cover. So and it will fall on the absorber plate, because absorber plate is usually coated with some black color, because black color coated we have to give to this absorber plate, because black color is always uh, possess a good absorber. So that's why we have to go for black color coating. So for this absorber plate, so it will absorb more amount of solar rays. So that is why uh, the absorption rate is very high if you use black color. So whatever the solar radiation, so that will reflect here and it will produce a lot of heat. So what is the importance of transparent glass cover? So this act as a uh, this will prevent from the cooling of the whatever the heat to the atmospheric, because it will avoid circulation of the air from the atmosphere. So that's why we have to use transparent glass cover, because it is transparent, then the whatever the radiation, so that will passes through it, but it will not allow the whatever the air, so that whatever the heat that will be maintained inside this chamber. So that heat we have to use to convert the whatever the water that we have to heat, because we are converting here solar energy into heat energy. So that with the help of heat energy you have to heat the water, so that present inside the water tubes for our domestic applications, mainly in the water heating, or for cooking purpose, or drying any food grains, or some cooling or heating application. So this can be used. Main function of insulation. So insulation is used to avoid the heat transfer from the system to atmospheric, because we need more amount of heat that is needed to convert from, because we have to heat the water. So if there is no proper insulation, what will happen? Whatever the heat, so that losses takes place to the surrounding, since you cannot heat as much possible. So that's why you have to provide one complete airtight enclosure, along with the you have to provide insulation, such as whatever the insulation is usually made up of asbestos, so that you have to provide. And the transparent glass, whatever the transparent glass, usually made up of 4 to 5 thick, that will allow the solar absorber, so that will hit the absorber whatever the solar energy or the solar radiation, so that will hit the solar plate and it will reflect inside this chamber. You can see here with the help of arrowhead. So whatever the heat, that will concentrated here, because the black coated absorber plate, so that will be uh, ideal absorber. So that's why more amount of solar radiation you can convert into heat energy. So that heat energy you have to use it for heating the liquid. So that's why we call it as liquid or water. So that's why we call it as liquid flat plate collector, because whatever the absorber plate, so that is here flat, so that's why we call it as a flat plate. And we are going to use liquid inside this tube, that's why we call it as liquid flat plate collector. So this will whatever the transparent absorber plate and transparent glass cover, so that will collect the solar radiation, so that's why it is called collector. This is one more diagram, so you can draw any diagram in the examination. So the construction is somewhat inclined here. So this is the insulation and heat transfer medium. So it's nothing but liquid in case of liquid flat plate collector, and here it is absorber plate, so that is colored with the black color, and flat glass is nothing but cover glass. So this is the direct, so that is one more important. So you can use either direct rays or diffuse uh, ray of light, so that both rays you can use for this application. It's nothing but solar uh, flat plate collector, so that's why uh, we can use both rays here. Always whatever the heated water, so that being lighter, so that will always rises, and it will remain in the top of the solar water heater tank. So you know the cold water is always having high density. When it becomes heated up, the density changes. It means that the whatever the hot water, so that will always move towards topmost region in the water heater tank. So that's why uh, there will be a separation between the hot water and cold water in the uh, solar water heater tank. So that can be used for various purpose. As I already mentioned, the application may be water heating or cooking in day-to-day application, or for drying certain food grains, or any other application you can use this type of system, that is nothing but a liquid flat plate collector. Next topic, that is solar water heater. So that can be used for day-to-day application for heating the water. So water is heated by the solar thermal energy, so that is absorbed by collectors. So we have already discussed about liquid flat plate collector, so that is used in this system. So that system we call it as solar water heater. The hot water with the lower density always moves with the upward direction, and the cold water with the higher density always moves down from the tank due to gravity head, or we can say the density changes. So we know what is the working principle of flat plate collector. So I will tell you what are the important construction of solar water heater. So there will be overhead tank, so always carries cold water. So our ultimate objective is to heat the water for our day-to-day application. So cold water, so that remain in the overhead tank, so that continuously flows through the one more uh, tank, that is called a solar tank. So there we are going to heat the water with the help of flat plate collector, and so there will be two pipes. One is for whatever the pipe that is connected to the flat plate collector. So another one pipe, so that is for hot water for use, that is for our application, day-to-day application. So the pipe is connected in such a way that, so there will be connection between the flat plate collector and tank with the help of series connection, you can see here. So that is cold water is always supplied through uh, overhead tank through to this solar tank with the help of pipes, and cold water always it stored in the lower portion because of high density, and when it passes through the flat plate collectors, so there will be a based on collector system, the solar water heater can be classified into uh, two important types. That is, one is called FPC. FPC is nothing but flat plate collector, and one more is ETC. It is nothing but evacuated tube collector. So most of the solar heater, that is flat plate collector based solar water heaters in our day-to-day application. A bank of collectors can be arranged in a series parallel combination, because to get a higher quantity of hot water, so a typical 100 liters insulated tank with a 2 meter square collector area, so will supply water at a temperature of 60 to 80 degree Celsius. You can see here, because if you provide series parallel combination, so more quantity of hot water you can generate in the solar tank. So because you can see here the working principle is same as the previous one what you discussed. It is there will be a panel, so that is nothing but absorber plate, as well as there will be cover plate. So absorber plate is usually colored with the black color, because the whatever the black color always absorb more amount of heat or energy from the sun. So that is nothing but the sun radiation or solar radiation, so that will be converted into heat, and that heat we have to uh, prevent with help of proper transparent cover, because there should not be any circulation of air, and whole amount of heat, so that will be supplied to the water. So that water is always coming continuously from this overhead tank, so that will present in the solar tank, so that will come through this pipe. You can see here arrowhead, so and will move like this to this pipe. So then the whatever the water inside this tube, so that will heats up because of whatever the heat energy due to sun. So that water, because temperature of the water will rise inside the tube, so that will flows to the solar tank. Because of high temperature, the density of the water, so that will be less. That's why, so that will collect at the top portion of the solar tank. And cold water from the bottom side, again it will come through this, and cycle repeats. So whatever the hot water, so will get in this solar tank, so that can be used for uh, day-to-day application. So that is having separate uh, outlet. So you can see, so this is the hot water for use. So that is about solar water heater. And I already discussed one more type of solar heater also present, that is called evacuated tube collectors. It is commonly called as ETC. So evacuated tube collector is nothing but it's made up of double layer borosilicate glass tubes, so that is evacuated for providing insulation. The outer wall of the inner tube is always coated with the selective absorbing material, so this helps absorption of solar radiation and transfer the heat to water which flows through the inner tube. So that construction is called evacuated tube collector. But this is entirely different. So there will be a flat plate collector, and this is commonly used solar heater for domestic application. The hot water storage tank usually made up of stainless steel to avoid the corrosion, and always insulated with the insulation, proper insulation, because whatever the heat should not lose. So that's why this solar tank should be insulated properly, and it is always made up of stainless steel, because if you use some other steel, so there will be a chance of corrosion, and that leads to damage of this system. So that's why we have to go for stainless steel. uh, they are also fitted with the electrical heater as a backup during the monsoon days, because you will not get a lot of radiation during a monsoon season. So that's why you have to give one more connection, that is with the it is fitted with the electrical heater. So that is about solar water heater tank, that is nothing but solar tank. So mainly for bathing or coffee tea preparation, some cleaning purpose. So this we can use this type of solar water heater. You can use day to day application. For industry level, we can use it for preheating of boiler feed water. You know, already we studied about the construction of boiler. So there we have to heat the water before supplying into the uh, chamber. So that's nothing but preheating of boiler feed water, and cooking, dishwashing in the industrial canteens, then washing of milk cans in dairies. So in some other application, this can be used. This is about one of the important system that is related with the solar energy. It's nothing but flat plate collector. So that is nothing but a liquid flat plate collector and solar water heater. So that is one of the application of flat plate collector. And next class will discuss two more system. So that is nothing but solar pond and photovoltaic cell. So that can be used to convert the one form of energy, that is mainly the solar energy, to heat energy, from heat energy to electrical energy. So that is that we'll discuss in next class. Thank you.